Okay.
Just in case anyone's looking. Facebook is back. There we go. All right, I think we're good.
Do we have anyone with us? Oh, okay. Nope. Oh, one.
Martin.
All right, cool. Thank you, Neil, for dealing with the technical difficulties.
The highway crew helps them with that. It's a big job and it's nice. They do a great job, which keeps everybody safe because it really adds not quite 10 times to the town, but almost.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a lot. Well, I echo that. And also just wanted to say thank you to Paula Simpkins for our tour of the Slessor Center. Was that last week? Yeah, last week.
Tuesday.
It was great to hear what she has going on. She does so much for the seniors and the rec department. And so it was just good to catch up with her.
Agreed.
All right. Next up is administrative. First, we have approval of the consent agenda.
Sure, I'll move to approve the consent agenda of August 30, 2021.
I'll second. All right, let's do roll call. I'm a yes. Anna? Yes. Ken?
Yes.
Stephen?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Awesome. I had a couple of comments on the public meeting minutes, which are up next. Neil, are you taking edits?
Yes.
Okay, minor. I wasn't listed as being present. I was.
Are you sure?
And then I just wanted to clarify, since it was a lengthy discussion, now it won't load, but Sherry Jones, when it said that Anna suggested doing a full abatement, I just want to note that I did support that. And then just get in there that I suggested at least abating from the point in time in 2020 when they started to try to contact the town hall, that was my sort of trying to meet people halfway. Just include that piece. Thank you.
It's not loading the second page.
Yeah. Okay, so with those edits,
That's it.
that's it.
Okay, then I'll move we approve the amended public meeting minutes of August 16, 2021.
Second,
All right, I mean, yes, Anna,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Next up, we've got approval of non-public meeting minutes for August 16th, session 1.
Yeah, I'll move them and note that they are sealed.
All right.
Second,
All right, I mean, yes, Anna,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, we've got 3 more non-publics. So next up is non-publics, non-public meeting minutes, August 16th, session 2.
I'll move it and note that they are not sealed.
Okay.
Second,
All right, I mean, yes, Anna,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Next up, approval of non-public meeting minutes, August 16th, session 3.
Again, I'll move them and note again, they're not sealed.
I will second,
I mean, yes, Anna,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
All right, last but not least, approval of non-public meeting minutes, August 16th, session 4.
Again, I will move them and note they are not sealed.
I will second,
I mean, yes, Anna,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
All right, and approval of the public meeting minutes from August 24th. That was our trip to the Slessor Center.
So moved.
Second?
All right, I'm a yes, Anna,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Stephen,
Abstain.
and Jeff.
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, next we have public appointments. Do we have any?
Do not,
Okay. All right,
Greg's here for chip seal.
okay, gotcha.
Excellent.
Off. So if that's okay, we'll start new business with chip sealing.
Want to update, do you want to start, Jeff, or do you want an update?
What's best?
It was, I guess, you know, for those who may not be aware, they chip sealed my road as well as Wildwood and Fletcher Lane a week ago Friday, so 10 days now. And it's not set. I could pick up handfuls of it. It looks terrible. It looks like I live on a county road in the middle of Nebraska now. You know, it's everywhere in my garage because it comes up in my tires every time I pull my car into the garage. And it, you know, none of the residents were notified, which is curious to me. I can't imagine that we wouldn't tell people we're going to shut down their road to pave it. And so you know, I don't like the product. I don't understand why the residents weren't notified. I've asked Neil for a copy of however these people were authorized to install this product, because the fact they didn't contact us makes me curious if they had authorization.
Okay,
So how did that turn out, Neil?
Sure. So the contractor was All State Asphalt. They actually do most of the chip sealing throughout the state. They've been doing that for years. We've not paid the bill. They're not scheduled and there's no further work being done. They were given by the highway department verbal authorization to move forward. It is in the plan to chip seal those roads. In talking to Dan, he looked at it and for the most part, except for the edges that are soft, felt that that's the way chip sealing happens. I know Spring Street and Pine Street were done 5 years ago. So, but he's happy to go walk it, which may be the easiest thing to look at it and go through this. So that's kind of where.
I can tell you without question, Neil, the first time Dan plows that, it's coming up.
oh, man.
I did ask him about that. I did drive all 3 roads this morning.
How did it seem to you?
And he said it would not. So I think probably walking it, looking at it, going through it. The idea behind it is the cracks get sealed and then the chip seal gets put down, which is a wear surface. It's less than half the cost of pavement, which is, I think, why it's used. It does not look like pavement. Although some people say it does. I don't. It looks like stone tar, which is really is.
Does it take time to set?
Some, but it shouldn't take that much. Although some of the things, because I started doing a little research to find out, it talks about doing it early in the spring, so it does set more before winter. But still, it shouldn't. After it's rolled, it still shouldn't come off.
What about notifying people on those streets they were doing it?
Yeah, normally they do.
Huh.
You know, and we post it and let people know. I don't know.
Something to spell through there?
That should have been done.
But the contractor does that, or do we do that?
Usually we do that.
Okay,
When they're going to be paving, the contractor's scheduled and we let people, we post it on the
Okay.
Facebook page and
okay,
that this is where paving's happening, chip sealing in this case.
okay.
Or anytime culvert's being done.
Right.
What were you gonna say, Jeff?
I was gonna say, Neil, did Dan have an explanation why we just spent a ton of money sealing cracks on that road if we were just gonna go over it anyway?
That's what he said was that's the process, that the cracks get sealed underneath and then the wear surface gets put on top of it. I don't know enough. I don't know.
And I just wanna make sure I heard you correctly. Worry. To be rolled if it's gonna stay there.
Huh. Okay.
I recommend we don't pay Allstate until they install it properly.
Will Dan have a chance to go out and look at it and then,
Yeah, he
Okay.
hadn't looked at it, but I don't know if you want to walk it or you want to meet. Certainly, I think he'll meet Jeff out there or anybody that wants to go and set that up. But I think,
because if it's not
Don't
right,
forget,
and whatever is going to be done needs to be decided so that can get done.
mhm.
I mean, it sounds like Dan may need to walk it as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. walk
Okay.
it With Dan.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pointless to not walk it with
yeah,
Dan.
okay.
I'll walk
Um,
it with him.
It's
mean-
at any time.
But I also, I think it's a fine idea to tell Allstate to come back and fix it. Right.
I got knocked off. That
No
was my
worries.
fault.
No worries.
Jeff, it's Anna. I was just saying, I think that's a fine idea to tell Allstate to come back and fix it before we pay them. And then the other thing is that I've been down there twice in the last week and it did register that it looked weird. So,
Yeah, it looks like a base coat of asphalt.
it does. It looks like it's
It's
missing,
chunky.
it looks like it's missing a top layer. That's right. It doesn't look like what normal chip sealing looks like, but, so I'm happy to go and walk with Dan or just talk to Dan. If we want to do it that way.
It's helpful to even walk.
Yeah.
And look at it.
Okay, great.
Wearing a crap pair of shoes. So.
Did you have,
If I may, I have
Yeah.
a whole lot, and Jeff is being a lot nicer than I am about this.
oh, okay.
I wouldn't buy my house as is. It's a gravel road. I spent $800,000 building a house and paid for it. And if I may, just for those of you that haven't walked it yet, I've emailed these pictures to Neil, but I apologize, I didn't get to it until this afternoon. I do have pictures from Jeff. This is the road.
Yeah.
And those are all, if you want to flip through the pictures, I now live on a dirt gravel road. My bike is in the shop right now. So this is pictures I took at 2 p.m. today, page 2.
Mhm.
You just pick it up and it goes in your hand.
What road are you on?
Granite Valley, I'm Jeff's neighbor.
Oh. gotcha,
Now this-
gotcha, okay.
Are holes from trucks already going over it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now here, this is an interesting one. They went 14 inches wider than the road.
Yeah, that, I noticed that too. It's very strange.
Okay.
So that was all just crushed stone and they just threw that on crushed stone. Here they've missed a spot, but then went up on the islands. But then what's worse is what they did to all the islands. We have the nice, beautiful granite islands.
Yeah, that's,
Ours is bad. Wildwoods is worse.
That's up there.
Like, we didn't pay to build our houses on a street that looks like that. That's a gravel road now.
yeah, that's bad.
So that's, I am extremely upset about this. Because first off, it completely devalues our properties. It's stuck all over every car. My bicycle's at S&W right now with it in gears. I'm worried what's gonna happen when I'm still going in the winter and it just shears all the cotter pins. I lived on a paved road, now I don't. I am extremely upset about this. We weren't notified.
Maybe Greg, the assessor is gonna come out and reduce our assessment because we live on a third world road now.
Pretty much, this is unbelievable. And the fact that we as a town are even looking at this as a viable option of putting over perfectly good pavement is beyond me.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask is like, first of all, these don't seem like super traveled.
Our road is
High
5 years
traffic.
old.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna
It-
say, I wouldn't have thought those were on
My house
the.
was 5 years ago. It's the second house, Jeff is the first.
And it's not a through road to anywhere,
Right.
so
It's
it
two
shouldn't.
houses, me and Jeff.
Yeah, the whole thing seems kind of odd. Like, why were these?
Was, I did look back, it is on the list. I'm
Huh, really?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to walk it with Dan.
And yeah, get a better understanding of
So
what.
Jeff got the same picture I got with.
Wow.
Like it just, you pick it right up. And
It's
that's
bizarre.
Like, that seems like something you would put on top of dirt or gravel, not,
If you were gonna pave it. Like,
it just seems like an odd thing all around.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, but also, I mean, even if this is what is in the plan, it sure looks pretty sloppy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also, who made this decision to switch to this?
Highway department has their plan. They decide what needs to be done and
It's been used in some places, like at the end of Spring Street and. What's the name of the road? Pine Drive.
To me, this takes all the value away from the house. I wouldn't build a lot on the street.
How much did this cost, Neil?
How much this, it's about, I don't know how much this purse. I can tell you,
we have linear feet.
your road was scheduled, we have it in the plan at 9,000. It's about 11.
Wildwood is twice the size of Fletcher Lane. Let's say it's probably 35 grand. Does Dan do verbal purchase orders for 30 or 35 grand with people? Because that's not acceptable.
So who would Dan be the one to follow up with the contractor? Who would do that? And does it make sense to have them come out at the same time as we look at
I
it?
don't want to jump in on top of you, Anna, but I'd like the answer to that question. Does Dan do verbal purchase orders for $30,000 or $35,000?
Yes, we do not use purchase orders for the most part.
Don't we have a policy about expenditures under a certain amount? I could have sworn that we did.
Do you have a purchasing policy?
Purchasing policy. I
A
don't-
certain amount.
I don't know if this would fall under that, but that's what,
And
yeah.
are they taken individually, like each road, or is it in aggregate?
It would be,
Or-
it would be.
Yeah,
It was 3 roads that they did now.
Sure, Wildwood, right.
Are the other 2 as bad?
Yes.
Wildwood is worse, and the neighbors there are even angrier. They didn't realize this was on the agenda until I called someone on the way here.
They all look pretty much.
Like, 2 of the houses just got finished being built within the past 2 months. This is not what they anticipated.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I wonder if, I don't know if it makes sense to have the contractor there as well. I want, the reason I say that is I'd hate for us to all be out there and, you know, Dan to just disagree and say, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
right,
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
But I would say, even if that's what it's supposed to look like, it should never again be done.
right.
It should not be an
Yeah.
option on the table.
Yeah, I hear you, Greg.
Well, so can we start with Dan? I agree, because I think it'd be helpful to get his take without the. Is in the plan and.
I think this is what this product looks like,
Huh,
not necessarily the way it was done.
This application was particularly
This is-
bad.
I've seen this on other roads and other places.
But is it supposed to be as, you know,
Lou?
fragile basically?
No,
loose?
the edges, I think the application was not correct. I think
Okay.
the edges were worse.
Okay,
And, well,
But I got the where's in the middle of my street too.
yeah,
Right at the bottom of my driveway. So if you guys walk in, I'm not there. Right in front of my mailbox, there's 3 big holes. Just
Like in the middle of the street, basically?
It was one of the pictures.
Oh, that's right.
That's right in my mailbox, probably 4 feet out. So here's my driveway.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
these are actually about 3 inches deep.
Oh, wow.
Really unfortunate. I'm sorry, Greg.
Yeah, that's
Really. It's not.
Not why I wanted to be here tonight, but
Yeah.
definitely.
It's good you are here.
Yeah.
So when do we think, I mean, I know Dan's super busy.
Well, I think if there's a time, they can.
Okay.
I can do any day but except Tuesday.
It should be sooner rather than later.
Wednesday morning, you know?
I think so.
I don't know, Brittany, can you guys?
Wednesday morning after 8:30.
That's, yeah, fair.
Wednesday morning?
Anytime after 8 is fine with me.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
I have a 9 to 9:30, but what did you say? Anytime after when?
Anytime after 8 is fine, but
When's
if I
Rotary?
wanted to-
Rotary goes till 8:15.
You have to, I mean, it's probably Rotary's here, right? Or is it Zoom still?
No, it's at Irish Electric and as well as Zoom.
Okay,
Well, if we did it at 8:30, I could make it for 25 minutes, or I just have a 9 to 9:30 I have to be on, so I could do it after 9:30.
We'll
It sounds like.
make it 8:20 and we'll cut out early. if We have to.
all right. Jeff, are you gonna be back home Wednesday?
I'll be back for this.
With bells and whistles.
Should we meet at Jeff's house or at Duncan's house? You're gonna provide us with some coffee. We can, yeah.
All right, so
But
Wednesday
on
morning.
Granite Valley.
8:20 at
Granite.
Granite Valley. Side.
Great,
Okay.
okay.
Well, it's unfortunate. Thank you for coming in and sharing your,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Doesn't look good.
It caught us all off guard. And then I messaged Jeff and he didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not alone. I didn't miss a memo, so.
Yeah, sorry for the lack
Yeah,
of
and
notice.
certainly the notice thing.
Yeah, sounds like that's the typical,
If I could add that, that's in my email as well. Going along with the notice, so I'm building a garage in my house right now. So if construction, like dumpster and all that on the driveway. So my truck, my wife's car, and 3 construction workers' cars are parked along the side of the road, we're all up to work in the garage. And we just hear these big rigs just wailing on their horns. And that's how we get to the bottom driveway and look, like, get these cars off the street.
Whoa.
What are you talking about? So I think they thought we knew when we parked there intentionally, when we had no idea, like, yeah, we had 4 vehicles parked along the street that they told us we had to move.
even if you did know, that's maybe not the best way to communicate with,
Right.
neighbors.
Right.
Or the abutting landowners.
All right, well, I really appreciate you guys looking into this.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
See you Wednesday.
When did they do?
Have a good night.
Was it last week?
Greg.
Friday the 20th, Friday the.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are they the primary contractor we deal with to do work like this?
They do chip sealing. They do not do pavement.
But is there an alternative to using them?
Sure there is.
I don't know of an alternative in New Hampshire.
Really?
So,
Nobody else does chip sealing?
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I think they are kind of the ones that have.
I
done
thought
it.
chip sealing was like what we just had
They
to do on our
work from the
driveway, which is a
state.
nice smooth.
Oh, that's seal coat.
I would suggest that when we do the site walk, probably take pictures.
And I've got Jeff's and Greg sent
Yeah.
his too, so. it's a
Yeah,
good
just to
start.
make sure we can document to them, if we feel like that's the next step.
Are they supposed to be doing anything else in town?
No,
Huh, okay.
it's like a rush job that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't want to like micromanage or question the plan, but it does also seem like an odd priority of roads.
I would second that.
Yeah,
assessment.
that's, and And really deciding whether this product gets used again or not. It's
Yeah.
making a policy
Yeah.
decision. I don't think
Yeah.
that's micromanaging.
No,
Okay, well,
Well, you know, as I understand it, the argument is that it gets better as it's used more. We have 10 cars a day.
yeah.
right.
And,
Right.
you know, when you see the site on Wednesday, you look on both sides of the island, it's not rolled, it's not set, it's just sitting there.
Mhm.
And that's never gonna get worn in because nobody drives over it.
Yeah,
So they should have rolled those at a minimum, and they should have rolled the turnaround down at my end.
yeah, it's just weird, these little side streets that like don't get used
Yeah,
except by the people who live on them, and there's not that many people who live there. Okay, well, thanks, Jeff. More to come on that. Is everyone good to move on to the Pennacook Road speed limit?
Sure.
You have a letter, Mr. King. Is concerned about the speed. He's talking about the speed between Kentucky Village Cemetery and Indian Ridge Road, the new section where the sidewalk is. And we'd like the speed limit to go from 30 to 25. I do know this was looked at when the sidewalk and the road was done, and it was decided not to do that. Did talk to Chief Pecora. He said with people coming down that hill, that they're not going to, probably changing the speed limit is not going to change the speed of the cars through there. So,
I mean, my take on it was it seemed more like an enforcement issue than a speed limit issue. And I don't know if Chief Pecora has any thoughts about how that might be addressed.
do you know they moved the trailer to where right now the trailer is on?
Oh, it's on
Main
Hopkinton
Street,
Road.
as you come down right near there, but on the other way. So I know they rotate the
getting there.
trailer depending on where it appears that that's there, but.
No.
So wait, where exactly?
So if you're coming from Kentucky and you're heading up Hopkinton Road towards your house, but then you take
Yeah.
a left
Right,
on Pennacook, yeah, I mean, the whole stretch of.
I mean, people do definitely go fast on that.
Because it's just a straight road. And
Yeah,
if you're not stopping on the road, your target is the end of the road and you're not thinking about anything else. You're
It's
just-
downhill. I think it's better since we fixed that intersection and you have to stop because it used to be a merge,
Oh,
Yeah.
which was really
Ooh,
bad.
can't
have we
imagine
heard
that.
from others on this or just this one?
Just this one.
And I mean, it's just Indian Ridge Road, because it looks like on the map, it turns into Pennacook Road.
Yeah, so
It's just the Indian Ridge Road section. Is that
no, it's
right?
the Pennacook section. To Indian Ridge.
So sign been placed on that. To put that on the downhill portion.
To 25, it seems to have helped a little bit. I think even just like psychologically, people see that. And because if it's 30, then people feel fine going 40. But if it's 25, you might, I mean, I'm generally in favor of lowering the speed limit in high pedestrian traffic areas. So I guess I would be curious about like, would the chief have concerns with that? / are there other concerns? Because there's a ton of houses right there on that road. There's kids. I mean, so I think lowering it to 25 seems very reasonable, but I
I'm
recognize that. everyone might not agree.
I'm confused about what stretch of road we're talking about. I thought I understood it, but now,
I think, so since I'm geographically challenged, if I can try to describe it and someone can confirm, if you're Mike's in Tookie
Yep.
and you're heading towards Hopkinton and you take a left by the cemetery onto Pennacook
Going up.
to head towards like Gould Hill,
oh, okay.
just that straight shot.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Got it.
It's heavy transfer station traffic.
Yes, that's my, yes, okay, got it.
Going up to the dairy and. things like
Okay, yep,
Yeah,
thank you for orienting me.
that.
I'm glad I could.
Being shut for
Oh, yeah.
2 months, I bet the traffic will be less on
Right.
that
I
road.
would think so.
Not that that has any bearing on this whatsoever, but just an aside.
What is the speed limit for once you make the left turn? You go up the hill and make
I think
a
it stays 30 all the
I
way.
think it is too. Yeah.
And Indian Ridge, is that also 30?
I think it is, yeah.
I think I would have to check, but I'm pretty sure that whole thing stretch.
Yeah.
The whole thing's.
Once you come into the Kentucky on 103, I think
Yeah,
you hit like a 30-mile-per-hour zone. And I think it's all those streets.
I don't think we have, I mean, there are not many 25 speed limit roads.
No.
If any. I can't think of any. Gold Hills, that's good.
Yeah, there's a handful of 25s. Do others, I mean, I would be inclined just to see if Chief Pecora has a strong opinion on this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I mean, are there downsides to?
yeah, that's, I don't see any, but I want to make sure I'm not wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't have any objection to that as a next step, and I think we should also put the electronic speed. sign up.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I know they rotate that because
Mhm.
we have speed complaints.
Yeah.
yeah,
Remember in the police station where that whiteboard, they track them.
oh, right.
And with schools open.
Well, it's right around the corner from this, so maybe it could go there next, if it's not already booked.
I mean, really, it's surprising Main Street's not 25.
Yeah, right through the village?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially because like 30 does feel faster when you're on foot / with a dog or something, someone buzzes by you. Okay, so we'll do a little more speaking on that. All right. Next up is administrative assistant job description.
Received a copy of the very outdated one. Pretty much, it's a
The whole,
total rewrite.
total, okay.
The old one was really very spotty.
Uh-huh,
Answer the phone, assist the public, schedule appointments,
okay.
and that was pretty much it. You have a copy of it, but it wasn't even worth doing track changes.
It was a complete rewrite. Okay,
But this much more matches where we are and where we want to be.
yeah. This is not it.
Oh, okay. What am I looking at then?
We have it in our electronic.
Oh, administrative assistant. Sorry, thank you.
I know, of course, I can't load more than one page, so I have not looked at it, but.
What is the 1% that's outside? I'm looking at the,
That's not on the
That's kind
new
of-
one.
oh, this is the old one. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, okay,
It's a
gotcha.
Post office trip or
Okay,
something.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, yes, I see now. It's inside.
One thing to flag is selectmen versus select board.
Yeah.
Is there a selectman in here?
On the current,
Oh, on the current.
oh no, sorry, this is the new one, I'm sorry.
It is in the
No.
new one. Wait, am I in the right thing?
I was looking at the old one. I apologize.
First one, and was the new.
I apologize.
Yeah,
The one that says draft is new. Yeah, okay,
correct.
gotcha.
And it has the date, August 27th in the title.
Can't load more than one page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I need to-
I don't necessarily need this approved tonight, but
And I think it looks good.
When do you think you need it approved?
we're looking at.
how much more is there after page 1?
3 pages total.
Ken, is yours loading?
Mine's loaded up. If you want to look at mine.
Mine, thank you. Because if we could just approve this, that would be great.
Oh, yeah.
That's helpful.
Anna, you need a hard copy?
Sure. There you go.
There you are.
There you go. Well, get Wi-Fi down here at this end of the table.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
Recognizing that it's significantly changed in terms of the actual job responsibilities, how do you see the new position versus what Robin's doing?
That hasn't changed so much. It's that the job description didn't really match that largely. Certainly involved. Certainly website stuff has increased as well as social media.
Yeah.
That's probably the newest things.
Yeah, so I was just gonna ask, so maintaining the town website, posting information on the town social media accounts, that's new,
That is.
assumed to this.
There's under physical exertion, I think there's a typo here, it's minor. It's the second full sentence starting with required to sit for extended periods of time, stand, stoop, and it says period. Bend and ascend and descend stairs frequently. I think that's supposed to all be one sentence. And then constant use hands. I think there needs to be an of, constant use of hands. Handle and feel objects. It's awkward. I guess you need to feel objects. Anyway, I think that's just supposed to be. It looks like there's just a period between stoop and bend. That should be a comma.
Okay.
What stairs are they ascending and descending here?
Well,
You never know.
you never-
Okay,
yes, there are things we're upstairs.
okay.
Well, I guess you can come in the room. I was gonna say in the front six.
Yeah.
Do updates to social media have to be approved by you? Thanks, Steven.
They'd be under guidelines.
Okay. I mean, I think it looks fine. It's quite thorough.
So do you want a motion to approve it now?
Sure.
Does anyone-
As amended.
There's a little
I'll
typos.
make a motion to approve the job description for admin assessing assistant as amended.
And second,
All right, I'm a yes. Anna?
Yes.
Ken?
yes.
Steven?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you. Thanks, Neil. Okay. And last thing under new business is Townie night coverage.
5 to 8.
So
Right.
for that. I'll be there definitely at the beginning. I have to be at the Historical Society here at 7, so
So it's 5 to 8 that we need to be at the gate.
yes.
I will be out of town, unfortunately.
Suppose if it's pouring.
I know.
Yeah, it won't matter.
Can we hand out?
Yeah, I was gonna print some of those.
Awesome. Okay. I can be there, I think, the whole time.
I think I can be.
And you can be there part
I
of
can
it?
be there for the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe
Do
5
we
to,
want to ask the school board if they would also like to join us, because they have,
in the
some of
past,
them have in the past.
That would be nice. And that
we
way,
can share the
yeah,
Yeah,
coverage.
I think the original idea of collecting for the food pantry came from Jim and Neil and myself.
Right.
So
yeah. Sure. Neil, do you mind asking the school board if they'll help us out?
Oh, sure.
Okay, thank you. And I guess really quickly, what's our system for, I can't recall what we landed on. Do
So there'll
people-
be tickets, and you just confirm they're a resident, give them a ticket, and then they'll turn the ticket in at the ticket.
At the gate.
So they have to show us a license or piece of mail.
Yeah, a tax bill.
And how, like, if people are, escalating things, I don't know how, I suppose we can, we don't need people to freak out if they're mad, like if people get mad at us because we're just trying to enforce the rules, which seems to happen nowadays. I guess we'll just use our discretion.
They can, their other option is if they're not from town, is to
Pay $8.
Yeah.
And it's $8, so.
Yeah,
It's a
okay,
pretty strong police presence.
good, okay.
And they're around.
if we already know the person, they live in town, do they have to show anything? Or just give them a ticket?
I think it's fair to make everyone show their ID or whatever. I think everyone should have
I
to.
think we just should have consistent rules.
Yeah, I think the rule is you show
I
it,
would
yeah.
think if you know them, and you know they're from town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can vouch in elections if you know.
I was gonna
Right.
say, but it's harder to get it to the fair on county night.
but I mean, if people are not wanting to flash, if they're just not wanting to do it, I think the rule is you show it. And then obviously, yeah, if it's like Ted Wells, I think, or somebody that we know for sure, then I think we can use our discretion.
Okay,
and,
well, that's fine, just want to understand that.
Yeah, I think the
we're all
baseline
doing
is
the same
everyone
thing.
shows. So like if my husband comes up, he has to show his ID.
To you?
Yeah, pretty. And I think that's the baseline. The rules apply. And then if it's somebody who someone can vouch for.
So you're not going to vouch for your husband, you're going to make him show.
No, but my point is simply that you can't come up and preemptively be like, I'm not showing ID. That was my point. That the rule is baseline, everyone should show it. Because otherwise it's gonna be like us waving random people through who we happen to know versus, people you might not know, asking them to show ID. And my point was more about like, the baseline rule is you gotta show that you live in town.
Just be prepared. Everyone should be prepared to show their proof of residency. When they get there.
And then if people don't have a piece of mail or a license and can be vouched for, I would be okay with that. Sounds like others were agreeing or no?
I was okay with just, if you know the person
Yeah.
lives
wave
in
them.
town, that's it, that's all you need.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be there, but I'm fine with, if you know the person and can vouch for them, I think they can just go through. But I agree that people should be prepared to prove that they live there
If nobody.
if nobody can
it.
vouch for them, yeah.
We have posted that.
Yeah.
okay. All right,
I think it's gonna be
hopefully
fine.
it'll be pretty
I
smooth.
think it's gonna be fine.
Plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Okay, so any town administrator updates, Neil?
Sure. there's a group that's approached us that's somewhat interested in putting some solar on the gravel pit, which is where we started before. So they're going to do a tour tomorrow. In your packet was the Olivewood update, speaking of solar, as to where they're at. All the CIP stuff has gone out to everyone. And I met with Kelsey from the school as they're putting together their CIP too. I think the school's working on that. Robin's on vacation, as you can see, and Marilyn's out, so the phone's been ringing a lot. We are seeing some effects of the eviction process that is going to begin. So hopefully not much, because hopefully everything has been dealt with as we go, but we may see an influx over the next couple of weeks because of that. We're really do need a person at the transfer station. We're short a person, and we've had some summer help, but they're going back to school. Our still short a firefighter EMT.
All right, anyone have other?
I had another, there was an article that came out recently that talked about the communities that have reached 80% vaccination. And I didn't know where we stood on that list. I don't know if any of you know that off the top of your head.
Not in
Neil?
No, last I looked, we were like
Were they in the 60s?
60s.
yeah.
And what the thrust of the article was basically saying, if you want to get up to that higher number, you really have to, basically no outreach is too small. And so I just wanted to ask if there's more that we could do as a town to try to give people more opportunities to get vaccinated. And I know that we're getting the van as part of the fair, which is great. But I wonder if we should try to get it for something else also. And if there's any other outreach that we could do to just promote, this is there for you, you can do it,
I think I saw that article, like Jackson has like 80 something,
Yeah.
like Bartlett, which is next door, only has like 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopkinton was the one that was surprising.
Yeah.
Very, very high.
Yeah.
well, it's a lot of like one-on-one outreach and
It is a lot of work to be sure, but I mean, if we're down at like 65, like it sounds like we may be, there ought to be some opportunities beyond one-on-one contact, maybe more efficient than
Do
one-on-one.
we know what those towns that have been successful have done?
I mean, the article was kind of vague. I mean, basically, no outreach is too small was kind of the takeaway. I forget if they were.
A lot of one-on-one.
and like helping people early on set up their appointments, like back when it was a little more complicated.
Yeah.
I do think then, I mean, the nice thing is I was looking at it the other day, trying to pull it up right now, but our 70 to 79 is at like 98% or something really, really high.
Yeah.
And then it, goes down from there. But
Well,
are you thinking sort of like targeted approaches to?
That's what it sounds like. If
Information.
yeah, I mean, I think that's what you have to do to raise that number. Is really kind of outreach to specific people or groups of people and work around the margins a little bit, because that's probably all that's left.
I wonder about, oh, sorry, Ken.
I was going to say, I wonder if the middle high school is the place.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because the age, it seems the percentage goes down. with
Right.
The age.
Yeah.
So with,
It did do one last year, but it may be worth doing another one.
And that may be more of a school board thing to decide than obviously select board, but I think it's worth asking.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I mean, this is sort of like one attempt by the town, although certainly the school should be telling people who are not vaccinated, this is a very easy opportunity.
Yeah.
We should let the school know, and they should announce it at their, meetings, and it should go out in the Scoop, the Skim, and Hawk News.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Are you familiar with that article, Neil?
I am not.
I'll send it to you.
Okay,
And I'd be curious if,
I've seen some, but I don't, that doesn't.
yeah, I mean, if you have any ideas for the next couple of meetings for
Sure.
other thing we can do, that would be nice to hear.
Look up today how many we have. I think we're at 7 current.
Oh,
Cases
Yeah.
in town. Yeah.
Which has gone up a little.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Can't seem to quite keep it down. Yeah,
Well, because vaccinated people are also getting COVID, so.
right, right.
So it's still worth getting vaccinated, but I think we need to be doing more in terms of mitigation too.
Mhm.
We can certainly talk to whoever from the school board comes to county to help us.
Yeah. Although, in terms of getting the news out to schools, it needs to happen like now, because we only have school tomorrow and Wednesday. They're off Thursday, Friday.
No, they're off, they're
Friday.
just Friday.
Friday, Monday.
They go to school on Thursday.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Thursday plans just changed.
Darn it. There's that rainy beach day.
Yeah, right. But I mean, they should put that out like soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else for other?
Well, just those newsletters go out to the full community on Friday. So if we get them this information by Thursday, I mean, you know that. Thursday afternoon.
I don't know who's doing them.
The Bill, Amy, and Chris.
Yeah, to the print, okay.
Yeah, to the principals. Yeah.
That's just changed a little.
Oh, really?
Probably hasn't, but I've always gone through Steve, so.
Okay.
I can
You can probably go through Mike too.
contact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for bringing that up, Stephen.
Yeah, no problem.
So that brings us to, we have 3 non-publics. And I apologize, first one was supposed to be 6:15, we're a little late. So we will shut down recording and do our non-publics and then adjourn the meeting after that. So I'll make a motion, we go into non-public under RC 91A32 C, another C, and then also a B. We have 3 non-publics.
I'll second it.
All right, I'm a yes. Anna?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Stephen?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
All right. Thanks to everyone who joined us tonight.